My dear, wonderful viewers, I'm so happy to see you again on my lovely channel. Today we're going to watch a video together that has already racked up 700,000, yes, I think 700,000 views in just one day. It's about Bigfoots. As you know, we're living in the era of neural generation, and a huge number of videos are now being created with the help of neural networks. And there's this wonderful niche, blogging as a historical figure. In this case, though, it's not a historical figure, it's a Yeti. Let's watch a video blog from the perspective of a Yeti. Let's go.
Both Bigfoot and Yeti. Looks like it's just 25 minutes of them camping in the woods. Not gonna lie, these guys are the real deal.
I've put together 25 minutes of the best moments from the Bigfoot and Yeti vlog. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss anything new.
Guys, sorry, I want to apologize right away for the quality. For some reason, I couldn't download it in high resolution, but if you saw these videos in max quality, you'd see just how well everything is generated now. As far as I know, all of this is currently being generated by VIKKIE, a really cool neural network. I tried generating something with it myself. Now people are using it to generate interviews, vlogs, all sorts of things. But of course, the possibilities of this neural network are limitless. And I want to join the video creator and also ask you, guys, if you like my videos, please give a like and subscribe to this channel. It's easy for you, and it makes me happy.
Meet Chester, a former racing champion. All autumn, he strutted around my property, showing off. Today, he's ready for his victory lap.
Alright, Chester is carefully watching everything.
Well, here we are, thrown back into harsh reality. Yeah, Chester didn't live long. Guys, life is a tough thing, no matter how you look at it.
No, Chester. No. Poor Chester.
Chester looks well-fed. Today, we'll feed the whole team. Awesome, he went out like a champion. Rest in peace, buddy. I'm going to stuff him with wild mushrooms.
Here's the only question on my mind right now. What is he filming with, and how does he charge his phone?
And with pine nuts.
Okay.
If it grows in my yard, that means it's a delicacy. The main thing with turkey is even heating. Rotate it slowly, give it time, otherwise the breast will turn out dry. Nobody wants that. That's true. Last month I got money from a tree, now I'm blazing it. It's going to look beautiful.
He harvested honey, and now he's going to coat the turkey with it. That's what he meant.
Don't worry, I asked the bees first. They said, buzz off. All right, turkey's done. Damn, feast time. Whoa.
And here come the friends. And judging by the looks of it, they just came out of the sauna and are really hungry. I wonder if there are any women in their group or if they're still on their way. Just kidding, just kidding.
He left in style. Chester would be proud. There's nothing better than a quick snack after a hearty meal. Chester nailed it. Had to wash down all that turkey.
Alright, fine. Now we're moving on to the Yeti, who is obviously in the snowy part. And here's just a cow just chilling, this little calf.
I mean, the little calf is kind of awkward. But the fact that the Yeti is wearing some kind of tactical vest, some weird jacket, nobody finds that odd, huh?
Although, actually, that's an adult cow. Because I think, well, if you compare it to a human by size, you know what I mean? But it's a Yeti, he's a pretty big, really big guy. Now he's part of the team. Cool.
I just realized now, look at the frying pan. Guys, that's the same little bull, the calf, that they just showed us. So basically, these Yetis first introduce us to their friends, and then show us how they roast those friends over a fire or in a frying pan. You get it, right? If another Yeti friend shows up later in a video, he's probably going to meet the same fate as the others.
Honestly, Chester looked really appetizing. I could almost smell him through the screen.
He blinked twice. That means consent, right?
I know I should be focusing on the joke. Well, at the blinking. Yeah, alright. Pretty funny. What confuses me more is that two-handed frying pan. I get it, it's just he's kind of trying to figure it out. But dude, a frying pan with two hands at 245-degree angles. Like, you could just look at this guy. Wait till you see them.
847 years.
I think. I just can't figure out what the complaint is. Look, there's a frying pan, and the handles on the frying pan are right next to each other. So they're not opposite each other, but kind of. Yeah, at, how much is that? At 45 degrees. Yeah, the complaint is clear, but that's impossible. A frying pan like that just can't exist. Well, really, the generations right now aren't perfect. So, you can find flaws. But I recently watched a video where they were analyzing movie bloopers. Yeah, bloopers in professional films with billion-dollar budgets, and there are so many mistakes there that, honestly, blaming neural networks seems a bit much. Let's not do that.
Mom says it's time to find a place.
Damn.
Room to grow. First place on the list is a bit too simple. Wow. According to the realtors, there are raccoons inside. Probably more than one. A raccoon lives there. He seems calm. I told him I'd handle the food if he took care of security. Told the raccoon I'd handle the food. Yeah, hell yeah. Time for my signature fish stick. He'll be impressed. The fish looks ready. One for me, one for my roommate. He's calm, doesn't talk much. Maybe he's shy around the camera.
Yeah, maybe he's camera shy, or maybe he just knows he'll end up like all your previous friends. I already feel sorry for this raccoon. Here's the deal, if you want the raccoon to survive, hit the like button on this video. The more likes, the better the raccoon's chances of making it through this episode.
Someone asked, what do you think about being called a hoax? Well, I showed up once in '87, and they called me a guy in a suit. Really? Really? And people started talking about the Yeti again in November 1987. That's when issue 127 of Dragon magazine gave a detailed description of this monster, along with a behavior, skills, characteristics questionnaire. That's all I found. This is ChatGPT. Not bad. Didn't burn down the house, cooked some fish. Fine. Oh, shit. This Yeti, is he drunk? Wait.
To be honest, I didn't understand this moment. Maybe this is some kind of insertion from the past? Or is it a story? I don't know. Maybe a story about his brother or a story about his father. But then some Yeti clearly attacked the camp with people, completely destroyed it, and got drunk. What is this for? Honestly, I didn't really get it. Maybe it's not connected to the plot at all. This particular part, honestly, is unclear to me.
He left the forest and moved to the suburbs. I have to drive through here once a year. That's why people catch those blurry photos. A risky angle. Dave said the forest isn't for him anymore. He said he needed a yard and a mailbox. You have a whole forest. Don't you need a yard? Dave said he likes getting mail. The squirrels delivered my food way faster. Yeah. Anyway, it's his decision. Invisibility mode activated. Everything's out in the open here. If just some random people on the sidewalk are just walking behind him, not even looking at him. He's like, yeah, just a regular Tuesday. If I disappear, tell the squirrels I went out bravely.
But I had a completely different thought. Look, these Yetis objectively don't bathe. And those of you who have pets, dogs, you know, right, that if you don't wash your dog for a long time, what kind of smell appears in the apartment? What kind of smell comes from the dog? So, I assume that if he moved around people like that, they would just track him down by his smell, because the odor would be so strong that it would be simply impossible not to notice him. So, whether you hide or not, they'll still find you by your smell.
It's all good. I'm not after your frisbee. Honestly, one of us wears shirts now. But fire, a bit of fish, and sitting under the open sky, that's still the real deal. Awesome, everything was good. He said I could stay here. So the guest from the forest becomes a guest in the backyard. Damn! You know what? That's a real friend. And I also like that there's a tiny fire pit in his huge backyard. He keeps asking, why so many steroids? Come on, let's do it fair and square. Steroids are awesome.
The only thing I see is that on steroids, he's grown a beer belly.
Damn, that would be creepy. A Yeti, who's already tall and strong, now on steroids too. The White Walkers are coming. Delicious. Smells like my wife after a couple days without a shower.
Guys, do I really have to comment on this? Or can I just stay silent and let it speak for itself?
Damn. Bigfoot's vlog is my favorite wilderness blogger. Oh, crap. I never miss an episode. You're the best. Do you think you could take on 100 gorillas? Be honest. Wait, this is something else entirely. It's like his father. Is it just me, or did he really have that cool vibe? So do you really think you could handle 100 gorillas? By the way, I don't get what these weird subtitles are about. Sorry, guys. Well, I could get used to this. Although, I might need a bigger sleeping bag. If that's ahead, I'm turning this into a real crime channel. Expired hot dogs are somehow worse. Today we're trying out some luxury forest seating. Alright, it's human-sized. So yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. If I stop uploading videos after this, well, now you know why.
These Yetis or Bigfoots, they're like dogs. Anything that's just lying around, they just have to try and eat it. You've already set up the camera, you've learned how to talk, you've learned how to film yourself. Why are you eating some rotten filth that's been lying on the ground for who knows how long?
The camp wasn't great, but at least there were free supplies. Yeah, this week, my roommate and I are eating well. Raccoon. There's nothing better than ending the day clean and with a gently simmered drink. Yes, love, 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 love. Bigfoot and I are ice fishing today. And we've also got something cold. Hey, fish, we've got sandwiches. So now we're trying psychological warfare. And that's it. We caught one amazing, believe it or not, cooking tip. I like these guys. How do I put this politely? I like the way these two look. You can definitely tell that this Yeti is probably on its last legs. Deerworms as a thirst quencher and moral support for the fried lake monster. A bit crunchy, lots of backbone, a whole mix of textures. Aggressive, you could say. Pro tip, don't leave your spare pants outside. Really? That's one way to make shorts. Wilbur, he helped me clear the underbrush all season.
Well, Wilbur, I hope the likes you've already given this video will save him, and he won't meet the same fate as all our beloved Bigfoot's friends. Let's see, of course.
Cool. Today's the last job. Damn, man, you can't keep going. You're actually a really cool guy, dude. You can't just introduce me to all these awesome animals you talk about. Yeah, they're cool. They help me out with stuff in the wild. Dude, seriously? Really? Today's ribs are thick.
If we had the chance, we definitely should have held a vote to decide what fate awaits Bigfoot's next friend. Oh, too bad there's no vote. The world of Bigfoots is just as unfair as the human world.
Oh. Wilbur lived a full and rich life. Rest in peace. All right, now let's move on to the ribs. I'm just giving them a mix of wild herds. Okay. If it smells edible, it's a seasoning. What's even in there? What do you have? Share your secrets. Slowly, that's the whole secret. It breaks down the collagen, so the meat gets tender and comes right off the bone. Nice. It's going to take some time, but hey, I've got a few hundred years. Last week I found this barbecue sauce in an abandoned camp. Oh, the expiration date was back in 2019, but it smells fine. Oh, well, it's all good. All right, it's all good. Ribs are ready, mouths are ready. Someone asked how I got so good at cooking. Try feeding a whole forest of picky eaters for 200 years. Either you learn to cook, or you'll get eaten yourself. Guys, I just got a message from a girl. She's going into labor right now. What? I have to get there in time. I have to make it before she gives the baby some weird name. Bro, this girl just called me and said she wants to name the baby Dikabi. This baby will have a tax fraud case before he even starts crawling.
My friends, we just watched a video about Bigfoots. From my side, I'll say this, yes, neural networks have reached a whole new level. Soon, we won't even recognize the world of cinema and content creation. Actually, won't recognize isn't even the right word. It would be more accurate to say that we'll get used to the fact that most of what we see is generated. And then the realization will come either humanity accepts this, or humanity shouts, no, bring back realism, real filming, real voices, and real people. Honestly, I'll tell you, I think humanity will accept all of this. And I think that people will watch everything that's generated with just as much enjoyment. It won't be any different from what was actually filmed. It's just that the quality will be so high that it will be impossible to tell the difference. But if you have a different point of view on this, be sure to write it in the comments. Let's discuss it, because this is our shared future. I would be really happy if you subscribed, and I'd really appreciate your like. And definitely write in the comments which videos I absolutely need to watch on my channel. This was Vicky with you. Have a great day. Bye! Bye!
Which one is real, actually? Which one is real, actually? Which one is real, actually? Which one is real, actually?